individuals. We are not getting 18%. We are getting what, 25?
So my point
anyway,
exactly
yes.
is the CBN is trying to drive growth, yes, but is the corporations that are already enjoying prime lending rates that can benefit from this.
Right.
I mean, Dangote has an EBITDA margin of about 49%.
Of course he does.
I mean, that's he's doing very well already, in quotes. So the corporations that are to enjoy from this, if there's going to be, if the CBN is going to go ahead with this, won't really get the chance because they're not blue chip companies. Bonds will be priced the same way blue chip company bonds are priced.
Cool. And just for anybody else
are willing to lend to the real sector, that's agri, manufacturing companies, but banks have an issue with, they have to do their due diligence. They don't want to they don't want to increase their non-performing loans.
Right,
there are lots of banks with high non-performing loans.
So that's another
reason.
Yes. And I think people I don't want to say Nigerians and generalize, but we don't return money when we borrow.
Well, banks as well. I mean, they just ask. I mean, some companies may actually be eligible to these loans, but I mean, the banks, the first thing is collateral.
Right.
Well, bring your collateral. If they could, well, not be lazy, but do a whole full background and be willing to take the risk. Background check and be willing to take, but no, banks are not willing to take that risk, even if it means CBN will lower their capital reserve.
But the KYCs would give them this kind of information better than most. But anyway,
help us out.
Ayola Oladari on WhatsApp is asking, what is this asymmetric corridor thing that CBN applies to the monetary policy rates?
Okay, what is it now? It's
2% up,
plus
5%,
plus 2 minus 5, yeah?
Yes, so it's
the band, right?
Yes, that the MPR can go.
Okay, so no higher than plus 2, no lower than minus 5.
So wherever you see MPR, know that it's monetary policy rates.
Indeed.
Yes. Benga Kamu has one. It says, why do they continue to hold MPC meetings? If the results are the same, my friends are repaying loans at 3%. When will the nightmare end? So the bank who the bank was have to apologize at least while it lasted. Make the weekend lively.
This is what Benga does. Benga is always throwing in these stories that he wants to talk about in his tweets, in his messages. Benga, thanks for that. Well, 30, we've already touched on it now. It's for individuals who are still paying high rates, but you've already touched on this. Default risk and a number of other things. Benga stores reacted to this. The results were not good.
Market. The very unimpressive results. The finance costs soared from about 11.5 to 23.7 billion.
Wow.
And it's as a result of their funding of their power project fund. So we saw that they borrowed more to fund their power project. And also there was an increase in costs, and looking at the notes to the account, I saw that the general costs also increased significantly by like 6.2 billion.
Right.
So yes, and it should be as a result of them absorbing the South African operations losses of about 162.3 billion.
So
thereabouts.
I think profit after tax it was a loss, the loss of almost 4 billion naira loss profit after tax. Ouch. But anyway, it's, again, you've mentioned it's the cost. Hopefully in the long term, things might turn around for the company. So the cement space is highly competitive. I like this next headline here. So Dangote Sugar released their Q2 results. The headline here: Dangote Sugar blames weaker than expected Q2 earnings on smuggling and the Apapa gridlock. What's going on here? Whether I like that companies are pointing out issues in Nigeria that are making losses for them. But what's happening with Dangote Sugar?
Well, their revenue declined significantly from about 143% decline. So they also had to, in addition to the Apapa gridlock and smuggling that they raised, they also had to reduce their prices to match competition. I think flour mills, the government, Buhari inaugurated 100,000 ton of flour mills sugar plants.
Right. Yeah, I think Niger State or somewhere.
Exactly. And they would always fight competition, so they had to also reduce, in addition to the smuggling issues and the transportation movement of logistics issues, they also had to reduce the prices of their sugar.
So it's we were talking about the Papa gridlock yesterday. It's we can see it seeping into company earnings as well. And the smuggling is talking about this other sugar that's coming in through the borders. That's affecting them too. Okay, that's Dangote Sugar. That's Lafarge, PZ Coussons. They're saying that release results. They're saying that sales dropped in the country. that was also another issue as far as the results are concerned. But before we do that, since I'm getting more messages now, Valentine, shall we go to this thing? Because people, I'm seeing more.
Okay, let's take the quick messages first. Yeah. This one's from Henry Manuel on WhatsApp. Says, I laughed really hard listening to the CBN governor. He thought he was speaking to people who know nothing. Meanwhile, where's the Jew of Afriinvest?
Who's still around? Yeah. Uju is around, I think. The Afriinvest, they rotate their guests, so they have a lot of sharp analysts. So we'll see if we get.
Please, when you're sending your messages through the show, make sure you add your name to your WhatsApp messages so we can read them out. Steve Walkercha says, which side is Dangote on ahead of 2019? I want to be on his side, I beg. His people people he's controlling everything.
If you want to be on his side, buy his stock. Dangote, I said Dangote. Valentine. There was a message.
You can call me.
Why? I mean, I can call you Dangote. Yeah. Hey, I preach it.
And once you say Dangote, I'll say amen.
Into wait, what's that?
I think it was on Twitter.
Anyway, if that message, I don't know. I just glanced at. There's so many messages coming in. Oga or Madam, whoever sent that message. The obsession with lower rates is to reduce the cost of borrowing for you and I. Is that not? Yes. I mean, in Nigeria, so we definitely need lower rates. Hopefully we'll find it, but so many messages coming in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frank says, hi guys, the CBN consideration about lending to real sector was in two considerations. The first was to twerk CRR to encourage banks lending to employment elastic industries at a single-digit interest rate. A tenure, 7 years with 2 years moratorium.
Okay.
A second was the issuance of commercial paper, which CBN may participate in buying.
All right. So many.
I know. Benga Kamo says, I think in the sugar business, competition is more stiff. Good to see Dangote is not dominant in that industry.
Good point.
And Ugo Machidoze says, when is Dangote reducing the price of cement? And then Yinka says, Rotus, do not make this matter any worse. You better talk about it too, because this one that GT went to report Sterling to headmaster is vexing my blog. Guess what? Last night I opened the Sterling account. I will stop transactions on my GT. For heavens, there are 2 4 responded in a mature manner, only for the youthful bag that we expected the clap back to come back.
We only have a minute left. Let's do it. So it came out yesterday. They said they apologized for the for the ad.
Yeah, they had to tweet an apology.
And they deleted the tweet, in fact, right?
And they also deleted the tweet to companies who have
logos they use
likeliness.
Right.
In quotes. So they apologized.
Apologize for what? I still don't get
right.
it.
I mean,
why? Yesterday we were very excited that at least Nigerian corporates are coming. They are loosening up a little bit because we've become so stiff over time. But we see that competition breeds good business, business practices.
But it's against CBN policy for banks to demarket themselves. Other banks. Yeah, so they have to comply.
How is that demarketed?
That is the question.
That is creativity.
Generally,
it's indirect
until the apology came
through. So
CBN again. The CBN is listed. So CBN 1 are lower interest rates for regular people, and then 2, why are you taking the fun out of banks? But again, that message, I don't know if it was GT that reported them or that's the rumor that everybody's coming out
because they did not send in their report in time or their reply in time. But anyway.
Because Union Bank, First Bank, Access, they all replied, and there were some really sharp, stinging replies.
Really interesting.
Really interesting. So they took it in stride, but I guess So I hope you guys are satisfied. We've talked about today because there's so many other messages. Yeah, the bank wars.
We can go and rest now.
Exactly. Valentine, how much time do we have left?
Well, we don't have time. We're actually done. Thank you
guys,
so very much.
Real quick, remember, if you want to actually get into stock, buying stocks, reach out to Afriinvest, of course, and they'll assist you. Do your due diligence before buying any stocks. Why are you laughing? More messages.
You guys asking why you're structuring. I apologize for what? Did they look at your strong room? Telecommunication guys shade themselves on a steady basis. Why not?
Good point, Inka.
Lagos is 7 o'clock. Time for us to switch lanes. We're going to be talking about how many discounts you can avail yourself with our partners very soon. And then 7:30 will be time for us to find out who's losing more weight. Is it the National Assembly or the Senate? We're talking about detailed analysis of newspaper stories. Listening to Smooth Breakfast with Valentine. Good morning.
Thanks. So many messages here. Thank you.